Hey ladies, this is Jennifer from the Morris Pan. I am finally filming my update on our baby girl's heart condition. She has HLHS. Whew, I'm so sorry. We had our big meeting with a bunch of doctors down in Indianapolis at Riley's Children's Hospital. Almost a week ago, yes. And what we found out was, with HLHS, if you just now are watching my channel, our daughter got diagnosed with that while I was 19 weeks pregnant, and it's hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which if you don't know what that is, I'll try to put a link down below just to go into a little bit more detail, but it just really means that the left side of the heart is either just really small, it's just not developing correctly, or sometimes it's like almost non-existent. She has a left side, it is very small. And during that, while you are pregnant with them, any mamas, all babies, they have a hole between the left and right to allow blood flow back and forth between the sides. In order for a HLHS baby to have these surgeries, they kind of want that hole to be there instead of having to make a hole. So she has one, it's just very small. So they're gonna do what's called a hybrid surgery, where they're gonna go in and put a stent in to keep that hole from closing, basically. She also developed a decompressing vein on the left side, which is, helpful, but can also be somewhat damaging as well to her lungs, depending on how much blood flow she's getting. We had an MRI done, and her lungs looked fine. Not damaged or anything, so we're hoping it stays that way until we have her. And so her first surgery is what's called a hybrid. They're going to go in, put a stent in to keep the hole open, because with HLH babies, they have to have that hole. And they're going to go put bands around 2 arteries to slow the blood flow to the lungs, so they don't get like overwhelmed with all this extra blood flow that's coming. And then down the road, they'll do her Norwood surgery, which is the first surgery for an HLHS baby. And then they'll move on to the Glenn. Yes, the Glenn surgery, which is usually done around the 3 to 4 month mark. But her surgeries are just, she's getting that extra hybrid surgery at the beginning, and they don't want to put her through a whole bunch with her lungs being the way that they are, because they could be damaged by the time she's here. So it really all just depends on her and her lungs. So that's what we know about that right now. I will be delivering her at an IU hospital down in Indianapolis, and then depending on how well she is in tolerating everything, they will transfer her and transfer over to the Children's Hospital, where she will be staying. Not ideal, nobody wants, no mother wants to be away from her child, but they said I could spend as much time as I could, as much as she's okay, and I get to have skin to skin with her as long as she's okay and tolerating everything well. If she's doing great and not, she's not, having issues breathing or anything like that, they'll let me hold her until the transport team arrives to transport her to the Children's Hospital that deals with these children's, you know, with their case, babies with these, with this heart condition. So we got to see the labor and delivery, which is just like any other hospital. We did get to see the NICU room because she will have to be evaluated before being transported at their NICU as well, before she is transported over to the children's hospital. We did get a tour of the children's hospital, which I was told by my OB that as long as I was okay within 24 hours after having her, she would discharge me so I could go be with my daughter. So I'm hoping for the best and a fast recovery, because I don't want to be away from my daughter for any more than I have to be. So 24 hours is the goal for me to be over to the children's hospital with my daughter. And the children's hospital, it's really nice because they're private NICU rooms. Kyler, sorry. But Riley, the NICU rooms are very private. It comes with, you know, a bed for her to be in, and she has her own room, along with, there's a fold-up couch for us parents to sleep on, so we can be in the room with her at all times. We can stay the night with her and all that. So that was just really comforting that we get to be with her, basically. They do offer, if you don't know Indiana, Riley is a children's hospital. It's like the Ronald McDonald House. They do have like a hotel that's not very far from the hospital, to help parents that have children there. So we do have that option as well, which we are probably going to consider depending on how much of a length of time that we're down there, because we do have 5 other children. Maybe on weekends, you know, my husband and I can take turns being with Kennedy while one of us is staying at the hotel with our kids, because it's during flu season is when she is due. So most likely they will shut down the NICU for visitors except for parents. So during that time, you know, we've just decided that we're not gonna have family or our kids or anyone down there to meet her until we bring her home. Basically, just to be on the safe side, especially with her having surgery. Just the faster she recovers, the faster she gets to come home, and that's our goal, is to get her home, you know, as fast as possible and get her as healthy as possible. So that's what we're gonna do. It was just a lot to take in, and it's still a lot to take in. You know, it's, you know, we're almost at that 30-week mark, and we have a set induction date. We go in October 14th. As long as everything goes well, if they see that she's declining or sees that my health is declining with her having what they call a birth defect, they can induce before 39 weeks. So those are always options. But as of right now, October 14th is our day to go in to have baby come. We have all our kids situated and where they're gonna be, and everything else. It's just gonna be hard being away from our older kids. It's not gonna be, not that we don't we love all our children the same, it's just the older ones are just a lot easier. You know, they're more capable of taking care of themselves. They're gonna be with their other parents, and our younger two, you know, Cameron will be almost 3, Christian will just be a little over a year old, and they're not gonna have either one of our, you know, their parents. Like, we're gonna be down there, and that's kind of hard, you know, heart crushing for me, because they're my babies and I'm with them every day. And you know, Cameron has a speech, you know, delay, so he can't, you know, communicate very well. So it just makes me, you know, just I'm gonna hate being away from my kids. But we know that we're needed with Kennedy right now, and we're gonna do our best with our 2 younger ones as well. Our older ones, you know, understand what's going on, so we're gonna make it work the best that we can. It's just we have a long road ahead of us, and I don't think my husband and I are gonna know how hard it is until it's here. And we look forward to meeting her. I mean, she's my first daughter, my first baby girl, and she's also our last baby because we're not having any more after she's here. So I'm just gonna cherish every moment that I have left in this pregnancy, because you know I'm almost 30 weeks, so I mean we're almost to that 9 weeks or less mark, and so I'm just trying to cherish every moment that I can, trying to spend extra time with my kids while I can, and we're planning birthdays because my 2 boys, Kyler's birthday's at the end of October and Cameron's birthday's in November, and we're gonna be down at Riley most likely during this time. So we're having their birthdays at the beginning of October. I mean, we're doing what we can and what we have to do to make it work, and that's all we can do. And sorry for all the noise in the background. You're gonna hear Casper and my 7-year-old and Cameron playing, and it's just crazy. But I just wanted to hop on here real quick and give you guys her update on her heart condition and what's to come in the future. As of doctor's appointments, I'm still going to my regular OB, and I'm still going to Indy. It's just how it's gonna be. They don't want me to go into labor on my own, so they're gonna try to watch that very closely, and I have to start doing stress tests now, because babies with birth defects have a tendency of stillbirth later in pregnancy. So they're gonna start making me do a stress test now, just to keep an eye on her. Her growth is good. There's nothing else wrong with her. The amniotic fluid is good. She still has the 2-vessel cord that's never gonna go away. It's gonna stay the same, but her growth is fine. She was 2 pounds 13 ounces last week and moving like crazy. So far so good. And I think that is it for this update. Sorry it took me about a week to film after it happened, but I just needed some time to process everything. But I will see you ladies in my next video. Bye.